All right, we're back with another NFL division prediction thing. We just did the AFC North. Hopefully, if you haven't seen that video, go check out that video right there, Garrett. Just so the people know, let's go scroll down a little bit. Not to give away too much. Maybe they have to go see the games, but go to the AFC North real quick. Down. Oh, right there. Boom, right there. That's the AFC North. Now scroll back up. I don't want them give it. I don't want to give out the way the whole thing. Go back up. Anyway, they can look at it later during the game. Like they're not going to see it while I'm doing the fucking picks. But
Right.
Anyway, we're back with another NFL division thing. It's me and Garrett right here, the deadly duo, dynamic duo, the dumbass duo, whatever kind of floats your boat. Dumbass duo is probably the most fitting.
That is probably the number one.
When me and you hang out, it's just like we're sharing like half a brain cell. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a quarter of a brain cell.
We have together a half brain cell, but when we get together, we somehow lose half of our half brain cell, and we combine for a half brain cell. So it never gets any.
And you know how I know that, Garrett? It's because the fucking brain cell's not that big. We're talking about like we're like a brain cell.
Well, I'm comparing it to my head. My head has this big of brain cells because I got a big.
It's not actually made of many brain cells. It's just
just one big cell.
It's working overtime. Anyway, so we did the AFC North. Please go watch that video. If your team is the AFC North, or you just were curious about what games we picked and stuff, we are using the same. We're using the same one, so we didn't alter any of the other picks. It's still the AFC North. As you can see, some of the other divisions already picked, because we haven't done those divisions yet, but we're going to do the NFC East. We felt like we did the AFC North, and now we're going to do the NFC East. The NFC East is like, I would say it's, what? Is that the second most competitive, third most competitive? It's a very competitive division, I feel like.
It's among the more competitive in the NFL. I would argue that it's definitely the second most competitive in the NFC behind the NFC West. The only reason I say that is because you have two teams in the NFC West who can make the Super Bowl.
You think the Seahawks make the Super Bowl?
I think if everything falls right for them, that team is good enough to make a deep postseason run. They just have to. The question mark with that team, and I don't want to get too off subject because we're talking about the NFC East here. It all hinges on Geno. It really does. Like they drafted another running back in the second round, so they could very easily pound the rock. But they got Geno another weapon in JSN, so they could just maybe dink and dunk a little bit. If Geno can perform the way he did last year with his defense, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if they win the division.
My thing is with Geno Smith, and like you said, this is the NFC East, but we're talking about the NFC kind of in general. But we'll go back to the NFC East. Is Geno Smith is still the same quarterback that he is, and he played very great. He played very well last year. I'm not taking that away from him. He's still the same quarterback. So before everyone eats the cheese, as Trey would say, like we gotta realize that he's got to be able to do this again. That's what it is.
Trey writes an article every single year telling you not to eat the cheese with your fantasy football teams, and he just released his quarterback edition of Don't Eat the Cheese for this upcoming year. Go check it out at VendettaSportsMedia.com, or you can catch it on the Newsbreak app. He did list Geno Smith as one of his quarterbacks to not eat the cheese on.
So he's actually got a YouTube video as well. If you're on YouTube, you can check that one out too. But yeah,
that is true. So like Trey's not very high on him. I think Alex and I are in agreement here that if he can find any sort of form the way he did last year with the upgrades this team took, I wouldn't be shocked.
It's a big question mark for the NFC West. When we do the NFC West, we'll talk more about that. When we do the NFC West, I know the NFC East people are like, "What the fuck?"
But they've already skipped all through this. They've skipped to the 5-minute mark, and they're like, "Oh my god, we still haven't done the Cowboys yet."
They're like East. I thought you said West.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? So anyway, NFC West, very competitive division. We're gonna go in alphabetical order. So we're gonna start with the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas being the fourth letter in the. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Fuck, this is a tough game already.
So, while Alex thinks, I'll say this off the top. I'm going to be doing a bold predictions roundtable with Vendetta Sports Media, similar to what I did last year. If you want to go check that out, what I did last year, that's also on vendettasportsmedia.com under my author page. Go back from this time last year. I'm going to be doing the same thing again this year. A bit of a spoiler alert. One of my bold predictions is going to be that the Cowboys finish last in this division. So I'm not super high on Dallas this year, partially because I'm also decently high on the Commanders this year. We'll get into that when we get to Washington's schedule. I think that this is a week 1 loss for the Cowboys. And I know Alex isn't a big Daniel Jones guy. I'm not necessarily a huge Daniel Jones guy either. But if they can get Saquon back on the field for week 1, I don't see how the Giants can lose this game.
I'll go Giants. That's fine.
The reason Alex made that face and he was pointing like he was going to say something is because in our Dynasty League, I had Daniel Jones. And I was charging a decent amount for him because he was a top 10 fantasy quarterback. Like,
that's
I understand
not why I did that. That's not why I did that. It was when you were like, Daniel Jones deserves this much, and I did not agree with it. And I don't know. You were no.
When did I say he deserved anything?
You said he deserved like a $25 million 30. I don't know. You were like, that's. You're all
not no. Okay. No. Okay. I see where the confusion went. I didn't say that in this video. I have said that in the past.
Yes.
I've said that in the past where I thought he deserved. And the reason I said 25 to 30 million is because you see what these top end quarterbacks are getting now. 25 to 30 million is like around the top 10 range. That's not even like a crazy number.
Top 10 is crazy.
Call me crazy.
I'm putting this down.
Call me crazy. Down. Go ahead. Thank you. I appreciate that. God, I was stressed there for a second.
I got the other one on.
Not straight.
All right. Giants is fine.
This is a trap game. I'd say trap as if like because a trap game is supposed to signify that a really bad team could win against a good team. I think this is a losable game for Dallas.
I do too. I'm gonna pick the Jets.
I'm also going to pick the Jets.
They win their first game against the Cardinals.
Correct.
I think giving this game to the Cowboys is okay.
I think they should win this game. I'm not going off of, I think this is what their win-loss record should be, so I want to get them there. I'm gonna go off of how the matchup should play out. I think Dallas is good enough where they should beat New England. They should.
For sure. They should.
But they're going to get curb stopped against San Francisco.
Listen, and this goes back to the AFC North one, but I think San Francisco is a good team. I think the pedestal you're putting them on is too high. I'm not saying they're losing this game, and this will be more good for the NFC West when we do it. I think the pedestal is too high because I'm not the biggest believer in Brock Purdy yet. I think he's very unproven. He did great, unproven. And you're still like they say he's healthy, but how healthy is he to be re-injured?
Let me ask you this.
All right.
How many, if any, major losses did San Francisco suffer this offseason to their roster?
And I'm not saying that.
No. Just how many did they have?
I don't know. Very few.
So my confusion is how is the pedestal too high for a team that was just in the NFC Championship game? Because
this is where me and you differ sometimes. When a quarterback plays really well, I'm going to use the word unproven. I didn't say, like I said, Brock Purdy played great. But when you have an unproven quarterback right there, more often than not, there's going to be more film on him. There's going to be ways to exploit his weaknesses and whatnot. And I like Mike Shanahan. I think he's a great coach. He might be one of the best, if not the best. No, he's not the best. I'm sorry. Andy Reid's the best. I'm sorry. That's on me. What the fuck? What the fuck? There you go. The brain cell. But I'm just not. People saw Brock Purdy, and the same thing with Jimmy Garoppolo. This is where, like, they see this 49ers team, which is a good team, and they see a game manager and they lose their minds because they're like, yeah, he's a winning quarterback. And I'm like, no, I think the team is good to where if the quarterback just doesn't fuck it up right there. And that could be the case. Brock Purdy if he doesn't fuck it up, yeah, the 49ers are going to be good again, but I'm not so sure yet because it's a very small sample size. That's where my disconnect with the 49ers is. I'm not saying they're not going to be really good. I think they're going to be really good, one of the best teams in the NFC. Again, I'm just saying, like, with Brock Purdy, we keep going back to NFC West. We should have done the NFC West. We fucked up. That's what we did. We fucked up. But it's okay. But
my
Cowboys fans are like this. Cowboys fans are like, I just want to know if they win this game or not.
I'll do a really quick rebuttal and then we'll get back on track. I promise. I can't bet against teams with an established run game with a great defense. I just can't do it. Not only do they have a great run game with a great defense, they also have a top 3 tight end in the NFL. And when healthy, they have the ultimate Swiss Army knife in Deebo Samuel. If Deebo Samuel is 100% next year, I don't even know that it matters who plays quarterback. I think that Jackson could line up at quarterback.
You can't say that because who was it? Josh Johnson was he lined up and you saw.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm just saying, but yes,
I'll give the circumstances are slightly different, but
I'm just saying when we do the NFC West, I feel like some games are going to have to change because I don't think they're going to be a 17-0 team. But we're not
okay. But we're not going to give them 17-0, obviously. But the issue here too, Alex, is if we go to their division and start changing games, it's going to change other divisions.
And we're going to have to change them. That's where the chaos begins. This is the easy part.
Oh my gosh!
This is it. Go ahead, 49ers. 49ers. Chargers off the bye. Cowboys off the bye. Eagles.
They should get their Cowboys bounce back. Yes. This is what I was talking about with this is a bona fide trap game. This is the trap game where I think Carolina, coming off of an extended break, can beat the Cowboys.
I'm with that. I actually like that pick a lot. Mini rest or mini bye week. I don't think the Panthers they're not a good team, but I don't think they're as bad as people. I don't think they'll be a top 5.
I don't think they're picking in the top 5 in the draft this year. The defense is too good to let them fall back into that range. But they're definitely going to be they're going to be a team picking in the top 10. And that's not bad. Compared to where they were last year, that's not bad.
Cowboys. I will give the Commanders the last.
Ooh. Both teams are coming off of mini buys here in week 13. Well, I mean, I guess technically they're coming off of they have back-to-back Thursday games. Oh, because this is I think Seattle wins.
Let's do this. Let's pick Bills. Week 15, let's go Bills.
Thank you.
Week 16, I'm going to go Dolphins. Thank you. Now, we got 4 games left. Scroll up. Let's see what the record's looking at. I just want an idea of what we're working with here.
They're 5-8.
Oh, shit. This is not looking good.
Telling you.
This is
bad. This is
This
a
is
team
bad.
that
This
is
is very,
going to
very
finish
bad.
last in the division because looky here.
You're going to be really surprised when we get to the Commanders one because I'm not a Commanders guy.
I think they drop both games to Philadelphia. They could maybe steal the Seattle game, but although I know I just said Seattle, but I think they could steal the Seattle game. They lose to Philadelphia. The Detroit game is very losable, and I think they split against Washington, which I think gets them to 7-10 or 6-11.
I have 7-10 for them based off this. I have Seahawks, Eagles, and I think Cowboys, 7-10. That's what I have. Just looking at this.
I can live with that because I don't think. See, you're going to give me a lot of pushback on Washington, but I think that Washington's going to get close to 7-10. So I'm in. Okay, you know what? I'm cool with this. I'm good with this because I'm curious to see. Did you say Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with this just to set their record at 7-10. Oh, they're 6-11 actually.
No, I gave it. I said Washington before, but I'm going to give Cowboys.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Washington's going to make up some ground.
Despite losing.
Yeah, despite losing divisional games, Washington's going to make up some ground because they're going to play all the fourth place teams. Like that's where they're going to find some pushback or some. Whatever.
I'm very curious to see. Looking at the Commanders' schedule, they're going to be the end because we're going alphabetically, obviously. I'm curious to see what their schedule ends up as, to see if we actually pick the Cowboys to be last in the division. I am curious because
it's going to be interesting.
I believe this is a last place team.
It could be. I'm not a Commanders guy though.
You know what? I might go scorching hot take here. You ready for this? So let's hold on really quick. Let's see when the Cowboys bye week is. Oh, it's only 7.
Week 7.
But the trade deadline's week 8. So they're 0-1, 0-2, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4. I don't think he's due. Never mind. I had a hot take, and then I thought about the contract situation, and it makes 0 sense. I'm gonna retract my hot take. I'm gonna put it back in the holster.
Okay, sounds good. That was the brain cell.
I saw it.
All right. I just wanted to make sure you saw it. Week 2, Giants. Week 3, I'm very interested. I have to look. They have to lose some games.
They have to lose some games, but we picked them to go 6-0 so far.
I know. And this will be more interesting when we do the NFC West. Because I feel like
that has to be our next video. We have to do the NFC West next.
Because I keep looking at it and I'm just not happy about it.
We've also picked Seattle to start 5-0, and then the Rams and Cardinals are 0-5 and 0-6, which I don't think is too far out of the question.
So we're in greens right now. We're doing the NFC West. I mean, we already talked about them half the time. So,
yes, we're doing the NFC West in the next video. Keep a lookout for it.
You know what? Seattle's 5-1. I'll go Giants here.
I don't hate that, especially coming off of the Thursday to Monday night game. That's a big break for them. I don't hate that.
I
think they dropped the game to Miami.
And the Bills. I think
they should beat Washington, but it's close. This is a coverable game for Washington.
I think you can go Giants here.
Jets.
I'm good with the yep. I don't even want to
coming off of a full bye plus. I mean, it's a home game essentially.
I don't even want to talk about the Raiders. Is that crazy? The AFC West is going to have me in shambles.
Yeah, that's going to be a good video to do for sure.
Yeah. I'm skipping,
Giants.
I'm skipping week 9. Just bear with me. I'm skipping week 9. I'm not mentally prepared to talk anything Raiders at the moment. Week 11, go Washington.
Okay, I was gonna say I think Washington can steal this game.
Oof.
Is it crazy? Is it crazy to pick New England here?
I don't think it is. I don't think it's crazy.
Full bye.
And Bill Belichick is deadly off the bye. Where are
The
they at?
Giants are 4-6 to this point.
I think we're gonna give them favorably throughout the rest of the season, though. I feel like maybe. Okay, I got it. Yep, I'm cooking. No, am I cooking? I may
Okay.
not
Let's
be
do
cooking.
this. The Giants win Week
Give the
14.
Giants the Raiders game. Give the Giants the Raiders game. I'll give them the Raiders game.
They beat the Rams as well.
Correct.
Okay, now we're up to 7-6.
My problem is I want to give them this trap game with the Patriots, but I don't think they split with the Eagles. You know what?
I don't think so
You know
either.
But Garrett, let's look at this. Week 18. The Eagles should be fine. They could be
They're going to rest players,
but
and
they
that's
might.
when the Giants win.
But it is their division rival, and let's say and Giants, this might be a very big week to try to get into the playoffs for them. So they might be like, well, we might want to
I'm cool
play.
with picking the Giants Week 18. Actually, now that we're kind of vocalizing this, I'm cool with picking the Giants at Week 18.
And that's the only reason why I would pick the Giants in this scenario. So let's go Giants. Now we could give them the trap game as well. I think they could beat the Saints. Wait. No, what are we at now? What are we at? Sorry, go up. Let's see where we're at.
10-7.
Scroll. I mean that means scroll. Oh no, we lagged. There we go. 10-7. I feel much more comfortable at 9-8. I'm going to give the Patriots the game.
Probably.
I know they went 10-7 last year. However, I like Brian DeBull. I'm just not a Daniel Jones guy. I think that's fair.
Here we go. Eagles are up next. This should be pretty easy for most of their games.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
So week one's a win.
Yeah.
Week 2's a win.
Yeah. Week 3's a win.
Week 3's kind of trappy.
You think? Mini bye?
Monday night. I think Tampa could cover this game. I think the spread's going to be huge. I think the spread's going to be like. I wouldn't be shocked if the spread for this game's like 11.5. But
Yeah,
I think
I was
Tampa
thinking
covers.
about 12. Yeah, I'm good with that.
They beat Washington.
Yep.
They beat the Rams. I think they could drop the game.
I think this might be a trap game.
Yes.
Huh?
I agree.
I think this could be a trap game for them. I think they're hot. They're feeling themselves. Maybe feel themselves a little too much. That's tough.
This is also kind of trappy, but I think they bounce back off of a loss. This team's too talented, I think, to draw back-to-back games. I think they are. But I mean, shit. Look at this. Look at 11 and 12.
What I was. Look. Oh, that's
and
a rough
13
stretch.
and 15.
Oh, that's horrible. Give the Eagles the Seahawks win. I feel.
I did.
Man.
Oh. Yeah. No. I can't just give them that.
And no, scroll back up. We're gonna give the Eagles the win here because I feel like I've been giving the Dolphins too many wins too. And then we'll go week 8.
Kind of trappy. This is a low scoring affair. This is a hammer the under your bet of the week under like 40.5 points. Man, I should just do this professionally. I'm so good at it.
Let's week 11 through 13. You want to say lose Super Bowl Super Bowl rematch. They lose the Super Bowl rematch. They lose.
But yeah,
But
because
the
both teams are
49ers
coming.
have to lose, Garrett. They have to lose games.
I could see them winning this game.
They have to.
I could 100% see them winning this game. I'd pick them.
I'm good with that.
I think they lose the Kansas City game because Andy Reid's coming off of a bye.
That guy's nasty. He's nasty.
I think they bounce back off of the loss. Wait, did we pick this one?
No,
it's trappy.
Which one?
The Washington-Philadelphia game.
I don't know yet. I haven't got that far. I think the Chiefs win, and I think the Eagles beat the Bills.
I think they bounce back also.
But you pick the Eagles against the Chiefs.
I'm glad you're paying attention.
I am. I got you. We got 2 games left. I'm cool with the Seahawks on this one, I believe. If my math is right.
Oh, I don't know.
Where are they at? I feel like they're at 12, right?
12-3. Yeah.
I feel like 13-4 is respectable. And then you're not gonna like it because this is my anti-Washington rhetoric, but all right. Washington, first game they're winning. I'm on your side. Maybe.
This isn't an ideal start for them, but I think. Oh damn! I think they.
I'm gonna let you take more of the reign on this one because you're a little bit higher on Washington than I am.
Week 2 is a hammer the under kind of game as well.
For sure.
They lose the Buffalo game. They beat Chicago.
Garrett, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give Washington the second round, week 2, because I don't think the Broncos are going to be polished. You know, I think the longer the season go on, the Broncos will be better under Sean Payton.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I feel like that's fair.
That is entirely fair.
I'm with.
I think Washington can steal the Sunday game against Atlanta because I don't know.
Really stealing though? It's Atlanta.
Atlanta's got a good defense.
I
know there's a lot of questions. I know they have Desmond Ridder and there's question marks on the offense, but
I'll tell you this: I would feel better about this game if Taylor Heineke was starting this game. Because it'd almost be like a Taylor Heineke revenge game. You know what I'm saying? A revenge game like he did anything like
he won a Super Bowl there and they traded him for the young guy. I think Washington wins it coming off of a long break.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I think they drop these 2.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
They also should drop the game to Miami at home.
Yeah.
But it's close.
Mm-hmm. Washington.
They beat the Rams. Yep.
I kind of want to go Jets 49ers, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the games that the Jets lose as well.
I was thinking this is another sneaky pickup win for the Commanders.
49ers win this game, the 17th, week 17. I'll go Washington.
I don't think it's far-fetched to think Washington. I mean, on paper, the Jets should smash them, right, with that offense. But This is another game where you're going to have to just win it with field goals, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because this is another game where you want to hit the under because there's 2 top 10, arguably top 5 defenses here.
I'm just, and this goes back to my rant about unproven quarterbacks. I'm not sure what to think of Sam Howell yet.
All I'm saying is Washington also finished with 7-10.
I didn't say they wouldn't. I was with it.
No, I know. I know. All I'm saying is that this kind of plays into my belief of my hot take that Dallas could finish last in the division.
They could.
Because the proof's right here in the pudding.
And really, this is just coming down to tiebreaker. And there's 40 billion tiebreakers that could shake out Washington's way. So.
I wish there was a way to click on the division.
So we got 13-4, 9-8, 7-10.
What is this?
Huh?
Oh, here we go. Hold on. What is this? What the heck am I looking at?
I don't know. You're exploring right now. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Well, what are you doing? You're trying to cook and it's burning down the kitchen.
I was trying to pull up like by division, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to enlarge this.
No, I think that was pulling it up by.
It was pulling up the whole conference.
Mm. Yeah, that's what. But I mean, we got 13-4, 9-8, 7-10, 7-10. That's not bad.
That just when you say it out loud,
we're on the money right now.
That sounds low for some of these teams, but like, I don't hate it.
What has Dallas done? What has Dallas done? You know, like
my hot take from before with Dallas, I had to think of the CeeDee Lamb contract. Because I don't know what year. No, he was in the same year with Jerry Jeudy, wasn't he?
Yes.
So then they picked up his 5th-year option. I wouldn't be shocked if at the bye Dallas is 2-4 and CeeDee Lamb's like, I want out. I want to go to a winner.
I don't think Jerry Jones will trade him.
No, I don't think he will either. That's why it's like that is an elite level like spicy take, but
and as much as it's a hot take for you, I don't hate it for the Cowboys to finish last because Mike McCarthy is not a good play caller. He's not, and who was calling the plays last year was Kellen Moore, who's the offensive coordinator for the Chargers now. So. You have a Mike McCarthy run team right now. That's not good news Bears. That's what it is. It's not.
It's kind of terrifying to be honest.
And see, and as much as you're on the Washington train right now, I'm good with 7-10. I thought you wanted them 9-8 kind of.
No. I was never that high.
So I'm good with this. I'm good with a 7-10 for Washington. I think. Cowboys, this is not your year once again, and I think 7-10. I think the Giants take a slight step back, very slight step back from their 10-7. Like I said, I'm a big Brian DeBoll guy, but I think they made some offensive upgrades too. They're also playing a little bit harder teams this year, being the second place team, And then, the Eagles are the Eagles, who basically have the Georgia Bulldog defense, which is going to be nasty.
It's disgusting.
And the Raiders had a chance to pick Jalen Carter, and we just didn't.
And you took an edge rusher who I probably wouldn't have taken in the first round.
But yeah, I think this is fair. I think this is completely fair. If you don't like it, go argue with your aunt's chihuahua, okay? I'm
glad that's starting to pick up a little bit.
I almost said it to someone else's. Oh no, it was me. I was talking about some Twitter tweet, and it was about basketball players start bench cut or whatever. And I wanted to put that, but I just put my start bench cut or whatever. But I wanted to put argue with your aunt's chihuahua. But no, this is fair. I think this is good. So we have the AFC North done, and we have the NFC East done. Arguably two of the more competitive divisions in the league. It's gonna be we gotta do NFC West next. I feel like that's on. We got to get the 49ers and Seahawks.
We got to figure out some losses for them because right now we basically have them going 16-1.
And we have to find some wins for the Cardinals and Rams too because we have them.
Yeah, I don't know that we have to do that. I don't know that we have to do that, but
that's crazy. But yes, we got to give them some losses here and there. We're off to a good start, but like I said, the longer we do this, the more division. It's going to get chaotic. It's going to get chaotic, much like the NFL season is.
We might actually have to do a video at the end going over all of them to just go over all of the changes we made.
Yep. I'm just saying.
Will you write down, we can do this afterwards, will you write down what everyone is at the end of the first video, and then we can go back and like recall what we had them before, and then we have them at the end of the video, the last video?
You lost me. Remember, we're
That's
sharing
right.
this big-ass brain cell, okay?
And to be honest, if this is it, I had like this much. You only had a little bit. I was hogging it. That's on me. I was being a brain hog. I
scooted over my side of the brain cell for you, okay? And I was just like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't get it. Anyway, but we will have the next divisions in the next couple of days. Hopefully we'll get these out pretty soon. So, and like I said, if you haven't watched the AFC North one and you're like, well, why did they choose those records for the NFC North? Go watch that video. And yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this one. If you didn't, I don't care. Complain about it, write about it. And if you complain about it in the YouTube, it actually helps us. So go ahead and just do that. And I'm going to laugh too. Like,
if you don't like it, I don't care.
I don't. So, it's whatever. Like, when people get into the sports business, if you don't believe that you're right, you're already wrong. You know what I'm saying? Got to believe that you're right.
That's heavy shit, man.
Thanks, dude. Thought about it myself.
Oh, I got it twice. I got him to do it twice.
Anyway, that's
going
to be the NFC East. Cowboys fans, I fucking hate y'all, so fuck y'all.
That's crazy.
Philadelphia is going to win the division. I don't think that's any surprise. Any last thoughts? I guess Dallas Cowboys finished last for you. That's your last thought?
I mean, I said it before the video, and then when we went through the schedule, I feel even more confident about it now. I don't think there's much good about this roster. They just gave Trayvon Diggs all this money. They almost gave him $100 million. That's going to age like milk. That's going to be a terrible contract in 3 years. I don't care that the salary is going up. He's probably not even going to be on the roster in 3 years, to be honest.
I love when people give me like, oh, Diggs is awesome. And they show any fucking highlight of him getting cooked because he's just not a good corner. Like, the only time Trayvon Diggs is good if he's playing man defense. And he's like, hey, I have to stick with this wide receiver. He could do that very well. I will give him that. He could do that. He knows this is the wide receiver. I have to make sure he's covered. And after he's covered, I can then play the ball. Other than that, you ask him to play any type of zone, he's cooked. I'm throwing it aside immediately. Like, as soon as I recognize they're in a zone right there, it's going to his wide receiver because he's going to be cooked because he has bad technique. He looks into the backfield too many times. He's not, you got to read your keys as a corner, and he doesn't do that. But, I digress. But this is fair. We're living with it. Cowboys on the bottom for Garrett. I'm in the wavelength of that. I'm not a Commanders guy, so I think Commanders finished the bottom, but we can agree that they're both near the bottom at least. Eagles on top. Giants looking outside, maybe outside looking in the playoffs. NFC is kind of weak, so they might make the playoffs anyway. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking. It's hard for me to stop talking. I just like to ramble. But anyway, that's it for this video. We have the AFC North. We have the NFC East. Look out for the other divisions on this Vendetta Sports Media channel. Subscribe, whatever. VendettaSportsMedia.com is the website. Go check it out. Newsbreak app, download it, and all the Vendetta Sports stuff is there as well. Anyway, have a good night. Get out of here. Bye-bye.